stop. Don't buy that Security Plus voucher. Don't enroll in that boot camp. At least not yet. Now, almost everyone thinks that collecting certifications is the golden ticket to a six-figure cybersecurity career. And I'm here to tell you that as much as it is important to have certifications, don't get me wrong, it is a myth that could be keeping talented people like you from breaking in. So many people spend months of their lives and thousands of dollars on a piece of paper only to find out that they still can't get hired. Does this sound familiar? Well, why is that? Because they're missing the one thing companies are actually desperate for, and that's a real foundation. It's like you have the receipt, but you never actually bought the groceries. So before you touch a single book or course, I'm going to give you 5 mandatory steps that create the actual foundation for a high-paying, in-demand cybersecurity career. And we're starting right now. Hey everyone, my name is Gough. Now, for over 14 years, I've been a recruiter and a career coach. I know exactly what hiring managers are looking for, and I've helped hundreds of people go from zero to hired. So I've seen what works, and I've seen the painful mistakes that cost people their dream. And the biggest mistake by far is thinking a certification is the only thing that's going to get you the job. That's not the case. So by the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable roadmap. You'll know exactly what to do and in what order to build a career that's not just successful, but resilient and future-proof. Forget the hype. This is the real blueprint, so let's get right into it. Section 1. Map the battlefield. Understand the landscape and roles. So the very first thing you need to do is nothing to do with code or command. You need to understand the battlefield. You have to map out the world of cybersecurity and figure out where you even want to go. It's wild how many people say, I want to work in cybersecurity, but they have no idea what that actually means. That's like saying you want to be a doctor without knowing if you mean a heart surgeon, a pediatrician, or a radiologist, etc. They're completely different roles that need different skills and personalities. And cybersecurity is exactly the same. It's not just one job, it's a dozen of specializations. So to keep it simple, let's start with 2 main categories. Let's talk about the technical and the non-technical. Now, on the technical side, you have your hands-on roles like SOC analyst, which is Security Operations Center analyst. They're on the digital front line, so they're hunting for hackers. They're responding to incidents. You have pen testers, which are ethical hackers. So these people get paid to legally break into systems to find holes before the bad guys do. Maybe that sounds of interest to you. You also have the security engineers and architects. So these are the builders who design and create the secure systems we all rely on. Maybe you're not a super technical person, and listen, that's absolutely fine. The industry desperately needs non-technical professionals as well. So we're talking about roles like a GRC analyst. For those who don't know, that's governance, risk, and compliance. And this is an area I've done so much work in my career as a recruiter, and it's booming. Now, a GRC analyst, they're the people who make sure the company is following security laws and standards. Think of them as the lawyers and policymakers of the cyber world. You also have security awareness trainers who focus on the human side of things. So teaching employers how to spot phishing emails and avoid scams. These are all very important jobs within the business. So here's your first mission. Spend a week just exploring. Go on LinkedIn, go on Indeed, and just read job descriptions. Don't even look at the requirements yet. Just ask yourself one question. Does the day-to-day of this job actually sound cool to me? Do you get a little thrill about hunting an attacker through log files? Or does the idea of designing unbreakable systems sound more satisfying? You can't hit a target you can't see. So step 1 is finding that target. Okay, so that brings us on to section 2. Build your foundation, the real prerequisites. You have a general direction in mind. Now it's time to pour the concrete for your career. And I'm not talking about a cybersecurity foundation. I'm talking about a fundamental technology foundation. You can't secure a house if you don't know what drywall, plumbing, and electricity are. In the same way, you can't secure a computer network if you don't understand what a computer and a network actually are. This is the step everyone wants to skip, and it's the exact reason why someone with a brand new Security Plus certificate can't answer basic interview questions. Look, I've seen it before. I've dealt with this with hiring managers and candidates, and it's a common thing. So don't make this mistake. What does this foundation actually include? So let's break it down into 3 pillars. First, you have computer hardware and operating systems. So you need to know what a CPU does, what RAM is for, and the difference between a hard drive and an SSD. Now, this may sound simple to you, but not everyone knows this. And more importantly, you have to get comfortable with the 2 operating systems that run the world. That's Windows and Linux. You don't need to be a command line wizard overnight. Honestly, you don't. But you should know how to get around the file system, how to manage users and understand permissions. Second, networking. So let me be crystal clear about this. This is non-negotiable. Every single cyber attack, from a basic phishing email to a massive data breach that you see on the news, happens across a network. You must understand the fundamentals. So learn about the OSI model, TCP, what a router and a switch do, the difference between a MAC address and an IP address, and what DNS is. And third, security principles. Now, you can start layering out the core security concepts. What is the CIA triad? That's confidentiality, integrity, availability. What's the difference between a threat, a vulnerability, and a risk? What is malware? What is phishing? Your action plan here is simple. First, get comfortable with hardware and operating systems. You can use free resources like Professor Mess's A+ course videos, or just absorb the knowledge. But for networking, I want you to take it a step further. This is where you may say I'm about to contradict myself slightly, and I get that. But this is where I recommend you actually start studying for the CompTIA Network Plus certification. Now, I know I just told you not to do any of that yet, but this isn't so much to help you get a job because you have the certification. This is for you to learn networking. The CompTIA Network Plus is fantastic. It's what I would start looking at. And I'm not saying you need to run out and take the test tomorrow, but using the certification path as a structured learning guide is the single best way to get the networking knowledge that is absolutely key to every single role in this field. It's one area you cannot afford to skim over. So you can start looking at the Network Plus and start studying while you're doing this section. All right, moving on to number 3, get your hands dirty and gain practical experience. You've got a target role and you're building that tech foundation we talked about. So now is for the most important part of getting hired, and that's practical hands-on experience. Now, this is how we shatter that classic catch-22 of I can't get a job without experience and I can't get experience without a job. I get told that all the time and I get it. But here's the secret. You don't need a company to give you permission to get experience. Too many people just say, well, I can't get a job, so how can I get experience? Well, create your own. This is what makes you stand out from other candidates. Create your own, okay? A portfolio of projects you did yourself is infinitely more impressive to hiring managers than a multiple choice exam score. So how do you do it? Well, first, build a home lab. This sounds way more intimidating than it is. Look, I've actually got a video I've done on how to do this, and I'll leave it in the description below. But just download VirtualBox, it's free. Then download a free version of Windows Server and a Linux distro. Boom, you now have a virtual laboratory on your own computer. You can build a mini network, you can practice creating users, you can set up a firewall, and you can even launch practice attacks against your own machines. It's your personal sandbox where you can learn, you can break stuff with zero consequences. Practice with it, do as much as you can. It's fun and it's what you need to do. Second, use online training platforms. There's websites like TryHackMe and HackTheBox. They're game changers. They have guided hands-on rooms that teach you everything, basics Linux skills to pen testing in a fun, even gamified way. This is where you put all that theory from step 2 into practice. You'll use real tools like Nmap to scan networks and Wireshark to analyze traffic. Every room you complete is direct, provable experience that you can put down on your resume. You can tell hiring managers in interviews and recruiters. And thirdly, document everything. Everything. Start a simple blog or a GitHub page. Every time you finish a TryHackMe room, for example, write a quick post about what you did and what you learned. When you build your home lab, document the steps. This isn't for an audience, it's for future employers. So many people miss this step, and it's such a great way to get yourself ahead of those other people that don't do it. This becomes your portfolio. When a hiring manager asks, what's your experience with network analysis? Well, you can just drop a link to your Wireshark lab. You can drop them the link to your write-up. You're not just telling them you have skills, you're actually showing them. It's a game changer. Moving on to section 4. Now it's time to immerse yourself, network, and join the community. I've talked about this time and time again. Cybersecurity is not something you can master in a vacuum. The threats change every single day, and the community is where the real-time knowledge is shared. Networking isn't about awkwardly passing out business cards at a conference. It's about learning in public and absorbing the culture. Your goal is to become part of the conversation. That's my challenge to you. Become part of the conversation. First, get on platforms where the community lives. LinkedIn, Twitter X. Follow security researchers, companies, news outlets, wherever you think these people hang out. You'll see real-time discussions about new vulnerabilities and attack techniques. It's a live threat intelligence feed, and it's completely free. Next, find your local scene. Look for B-sides conferences. They're famous for being cheap, informal, and incredibly welcoming. Join local DEF CON groups. Look for these in your area. Google it, find out where they are and attend them. Just by going to a meetup and listening, you'll learn more than you can imagine, honestly. And as a recruiter, I can tell you that a huge number of jobs are filled through referrals and community connections before they ever get posted online. I often get told, where are all these jobs? I can't see them posted. Well, I can tell you that quite often you don't ever see them. Recruiters get told by hiring managers about a role that they're looking for. Now, before they even advertise it, the recruiter's going to go into their network. They're going to talk to people who they know and find out, hey, who's good for this? Who has these skills? Now, it's only a job ad maybe comes out if they haven't got anyone who comes straight to mind or that person didn't work out. Be that person that they call. Be the person that's in the network that people are talking about, people are recommending. It's a big tip and it's a major way of making you stand out. So by showing up, you're putting yourself in the path of those opportunities. And finally, have something to listen to and read. There's podcasts out there like Darknet Diaries. They tell fascinating stories behind major hacks, which is both really entertaining but also educational. Following industry blogs keeps your knowledge sharp. Immersion shows employees that you are truly passionate and engaged. It's not just a job to you, it's a passion. And it signals that this is more than just a day-to-day job. It's your craft. It's what you want to do. It's where you want to add value. Okay, and now section 5, get a smart, targeted certification. So now finally we can talk about certifications. And look, I just want to say they are important. I don't want anyone saying to me, Luke, how can you say they're not important? They really are. And as a recruiter, I can tell you, you need certifications. It's just they're not as useful if you just do them straight up without any of this foundational knowledge we've talked about, okay? So you can notice how this is the last step, not the first. So after you've done all the other work, a certification is no longer a hollow piece of paper. It's the final seal of approval. The official stamp validates the foundational knowledge and hands-on skills you've already built over the previous weeks or months, or however long it's been that you needed to do this. The mistake people make is getting a certification to learn the material from scratch. You should get a certification to validate the skills you have already been building. Sure, you'll learn new things, of course you will, but that should be the main purpose of it, to validate your skills. And from a hiring manager's point of view, a certification proves you have the discipline to master the theory. Your portfolio proves you have the hands-on skills. You need both. Combine them together because you've done the work. So picking a certification is now a strategic move. So if you're starting out and want that strong, universally recognized credential that gets you past HR filters, now is the perfect time to get the CompTIA Security Plus. It's the gold standard in entry-level cybersecurity certifications. After everything you've done, you won't just be memorizing answers, you'll understand the concepts deeply and you'll ace it. But you can be even smarter. If you decided back in step 1 that you love defensive blue team roles, for example, maybe you go for the CompTIA CYSA Plus. If you discovered that the ethical hacking is your passion, then you need to target a certification that's tailored for that. Essentially, have a think about the area you want to go down. Maybe it's cloud security, it's a booming area. Look at AWS, etc. Okay, so a certification is the cherry on top. It complements the portfolio that proves you have the hands-on skills. So let's just recap the blueprint. Stop chasing certifications as your first step. Instead, build your career from the ground up, just like you would a building. 1, map the battlefield. Find a role that genuinely excites you. 2, build your foundation. Master the absolute basics of IT, computers, and networks. 3, get your hands dirty. Build a lab and a portfolio to prove you can do the work. 4, immerse yourself. Join the community online and in person to supercharge your learning. And finally, get a smart certification. Get the piece of paper that validates the skills you've already built. This is the path. This framework works time and time again. It takes effort, but it's a difference between an expensive piece of paper and a high-paying, fulfilling career. Let me tell you, cybersecurity can pay very well. The demand for skilled people is through the roof. Companies are desperate for people who can do the job, not just pass the test. If this roadmap was helpful for you, and I really hope it was, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss what's next. And for my question of the day, what's the one cybersecurity role that excites you the most right now? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. Thank you all for watching, and as always, keep leveling up your career. See you in the next video.